Hello there, welcome to the Media Coach video tip. This week I just want to talk about recording stories, recording information, making sure that you can remember exactly what happened at the time. I've had a couple of interesting experiences over the last weekend. I work as a volunteer in QE2 Olympic Park and I was working on what's called the Autonomous Bus Project. It's very interesting. It's a driverless bus, effectively. So it was travelling around the north of the park on a route about a mile long, and it was allowing people to sort of step on and off, stop various places, absolutely no driver involved at all. It made sure that it didn't bump into anything, and it was controlled by GPS from about 17 satellites. Absolutely extraordinary thing. And I thought, well, how will I remember what's happened? So I took a little video of it to make sure that I knew exactly what had gone on and how it looked and how I felt at the time and so on. And then while I was there working on that project, volunteering for a day, one of the volunteer leaders came up and said, there's a chance to abseil off the ArcelorMittal Orbit. Now that's the tallest sculpture in the UK. I don't know if you've seen it. It's that sort of red twisted bit of metal that's outside the Olympic Stadium. Well, I thought, well, that's about 100 metres up, isn't it? It's about sort of 300 and something feet. That'd be an interesting thing to do because it's not an abseil where you just bounce off the side of the building. You actually drop straight down off a rope. So without giving it too much thought, I said, yeah, I'll have a go at that. And I did. And it was one of the most extraordinary experiences. But I was given the chance there to grab a video of it. There was a GoPro, and for an extra £15, you could just strap a GoPro on your helmet and record what happened. Actually, not much happened. I just slid down the rope, but at least it showed me going off the platform and landing and being pretty euphoric about what had gone on. So again, I'd got a record of what had happened. And both of those incidents, the autonomous bus, going down the abseil, that's given me material that I might use later on. Sure, I could have written it down, but these days we've got a phone. Obviously, I'm recording this on my iPhone. It's very easy to do. We've all got a video recorder in our pocket, so we can very easily record what happens. And then in addition to that, what we can do is record how we felt about it, because that's the important thing. So all the time that you're preparing for speeches, think about gathering material. I mean, most days I gather some material. I write it in my notebook. I record it on a video like this on my phone. And that all goes into my story file. It all goes into places where I can pull them out, pull those stories out, use elements of those stories later on in speeches and presentations. If you don't record things, you won't remember them. And if you don't remember them, you can't use them in speeches. So I think it's really important that whenever you get the opportunity, whatever you're doing, and it could be something which is not quite like abseiling down from 100 meters, it could be just something that's happened, something you've seen that's reminded you of something. Pull out your phone, record it, pull out your notebook, write that down, and you will find that you will build up a huge resource of material that will be invaluable to you when you're creating speeches, when you're creating stories for your speeches and presentations. So recording is what this is all about. Record what happens, record how you feel about it, and you will have an amazing resource that you can draw on for years and years to come. Wish you the best of luck.